It is a CH Saturday, and we bring back John Sereno for the episode. CH Insurance in your corner. Log on to chinsurance.cc for more information. Personal and commercial insurance and so much more. A five-star company serving Central New York for 25 years in your corner. Hey, John.
Good morning, Mike. How are you, buddy?
I'm hanging in there. It's been a great week. We'll get to the election luncheon where I'm shocked that you're still not serving the pasta and whipping up the spaghetti. God, that was delicious. I can still taste it. Let's start, though. Latest and greatest in the CH world. A little bit, right, of a piggyback from last week, man. It's been another busy week at the headquarters.
Oh, it has been. It has been. We got some, updates primarily in the workers' comp arena. It's the market, the insurance market in general is a very hard market right now, with the exception of workers' compensation. And, the state, effective January 1st, the state has reduced the workers' comp assessment. Okay. The workers' comp assessment was an additional cost added to a policy. It was at 9.2% of the manual rates of manual premium. Okay. They're reducing it down to 7.1, I believe it is. Yes, 7.1, which is roughly about a 22% decrease. So all policies are going to see at least a 22% roughly decrease in that space right there. Workers' compensation continues to be a very soft market. But just because you see your premiums come down, you need to still pay attention to your policy, the rates, the loss cost multipliers, your experience mod. A little tidbit that you may not know, Michael, is the first 15 of my 30 years experience in the insurance industry was in claims. I did claims, all claims, liability, workers' comp, auto, property. I was brought in the claims world. So it's vitally important for anyone to, more on the commercial side, to talk to your agent about your workers' comp, and specifically if you have claims that are open, how do I get those closed more efficiently, less cost, and quickly? So, because that impacts your experience mod, which has a direct result on your premium. Okay. So, if you don't have somebody that has that type of experience, feel free to reach out to us. I'd be more than happy to help you, walk you through a couple of claims, what have you. But that's something that you really need to pay attention to. But that's the latest and greatest in the insurance world here for CH. We're going to be dealing with this workers' comp issue. That's, again, a very soft market. Premiums are coming down, rates are coming down, but still pay attention to your policy, to those few pieces or the components that does drive your premium.
No doubt. That's great information. chinsurance.cc. You can click on the contact page and reach John directly right off of there. And we transition into what was a busy week for you in the kitchen. The pasta was a cooking, meatball, sausage, the bread, the salad. I finished my plate. I had the sausage you brought, had one of those. I had both pieces of bread. I had the salad, had a drink, had my cookie. I cleared the deck. So I was the only one at the table. I might have been the only one at the place. Even the young bucks, John Sereno, I'm telling you, the youngsters at CH at the headquarters, they can't keep up with this guy eating all the pasta, man. Now, I was okay later in the day. I had exercised heavy the day before, but it was so good I couldn't put it down, man. So hats off to you. The line was buzzing. You're at the peak of your powers as a spaghetti guy, man. You really are. You guys are whipping the pasta. Hats off, seriously, to all the workers there, the church, Our Lady of Pompeii. It was an amazing event every year. The music, the food, the camaraderie. We had a great table with the folks from CH. Thanks to you guys and Joe Jr. and everybody for inviting me down. And I just had a wonderful time. And, man, you were back there hustling.
Thank you. Yeah, Election day, I don't really look forward to election day because of this, right? We start the Saturday before election day.
Absolutely.
Okay. We make 200 gallons of sauce.
I would have guessed even more, man. I really would have.
Okay. We make roughly 6,500 to 7,000 meatballs. Then you got the sausage, you got the pork.
Sure.
It's a Saturday all day event. It's a Sunday all day event. Then on Monday, we prepare about 800 pounds of spaghetti.
Sure.
Right. And then Tuesday, you start bright and early. There's a group of guys that show up bright and early, like 5:30, by 5:30. That start warming things up and get ready to rock and roll by 10 o'clock, people are coming to pick it up.
Yeah.
So, it's a lot of fun. There's a core group that has been doing this at Our Lady of Pompeii Parish for at least for all of my roughly 25 years of doing it. Some of the guys have been there even longer. This was our 75th year. And it's just a lot of fun. It's the camaraderie, but sometimes we don't see each other except for once a year during this time.
Right.
Lives are just really busy. Everybody's got grandkids and kids, and it's just life's hectic. So these 4 days we spend a lot of time together, and it's a lot of fun. You see all the politicians come in, and
everybody's there, man.
Yeah, you're shaking hands, you're kissing babies. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
No doubt. Yeah, I was about to leave, then I see 2 or 3 people more I know walking in, a couple of people in the media, and then some old friends and some old coworkers at other jobs, and you literally could spend a couple hours there
no question,
talking to people as they're shuttling in and out. The final thing we have to get to, of course, is another enormous game, because they're all enormous now. With 4 left for Syracuse, it's 6-2. They're close to where I had them at 8-4, but I got to tell you, John, if they can win against BC, and then you look at the last 3 and go, well, Cal's a weird game, but UConn at home should be a win. Miami coming in will be tough, but they're beatable. They haven't played anybody, and they come here. I think Syracuse can beat that team. Miami's overrated all the time. So you look at it and go, ooh, maybe 3-4 here, and you finish 9-3. I think, boy, that Stanford loss be damn looking pretty good. But hang on, we got to be coaches, one game at a time. Exactly. How are you feeling going in to Chestnut Hill? Rivalry game, talented defensive line that's given up just over 20 a game. That's third in the ACC. Talented quarterback. They like to run the ball. You worry about that for Syracuse. I think a fast start is huge. They got to be incredibly efficient on third down both sides. And up here, man, they got to get it together. With that fast start, they got to be mentally ready from start to finish, because some of these bonehead mistakes, the drops, all these things contributed to being in the hole against Vatek last week. They come battling back. That huge play to Ross Simmons down 21-3 changed everything. But those are some of the keys, and I got a couple of more down the line, but people can check out my stuff online at the ML Sports Platter. But those are some of the keys for me in a game where, look, if Syracuse wins this game, the ceiling could be a 9-3 deal. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah, no, I like Syracuse this week. They're playing well offensively. They're playing great.
Takes them a while to get into it though, a little bit.
Well, that's it. You gotta, like you mentioned, you gotta come in. They gotta be focused right from the first snap. They gotta be focused.
Yep.
And that's what it's going to be all about. That's going to be the key. So if they can do that, I think they're going to come out with the W. I certainly, again, I just love the way they're playing. Look, when I went to that Virginia Tech game, the roaring of the fans. There's been a couple of games where I miss that all the fans getting into the games the way we are. It's
different.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. And I think the dome renovations have added to that, have a little bit less here and the way, and now you kind of get more of a thunder from behind you. I think that's great.
It's fantastic time.
Yeah, it really is. Ross Simmons, Gadsden, LaQuinn Allen. I like the approach. I would spread it out And I like this new approach of LaQuinn Allen. You got to give him the ball more, but let him run it in the shotgun in the spread, because it seems like there's more space, and Syracuse can almost block in a bunch of different ways. You want to go zone, you want to go gap, block it all the way down the field, block it to the sides, let him go east, west, north, south. LaQuinn Allen's an animal, and I think he can be a huge factor against BC. I really do.
Well, he's so quick. He just needs a little gap, and he'll get through it, right? He just needs that little gap. So I agree with that. I mean, spread it out. Their offense is much more efficient when they're spread out. And I just I'd love to see that. It'll be fun.
Rivalry games. We know we take the records and we toss them. That's just the bottom line. No question about that. Well, hey, listen, about workers' comp, about the personal commercial insurance and everything down the line. It's a 5-star company right there. It says it on my hat. Did I point to the right way? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did.
Well,
yeah, you did.
Although I don't want to point, I don't want to take my hat off on camera in case my kid watches, because she's sometimes on the YouTube and the tablet. She's now calling me bald boy. So she takes my hat off and says, "Hey, bald boy." So that's a new thing. Yep. She's almost 5. So we're definitely getting into that teenage world, right, John? You know how quick it goes. No kidding aside on that. But anyway, it's personal, it's commercial insurance. You've got the workers' comp, all the people at CH. The access is incredible. 24/7, 365. Get on over to the website, chinsurance.cc. Learn more, plus the Boost program. And I got to tell you, man, 2024 is flying by. We're almost done with the year. So check your policy today on all fronts. We'll see what happens at kickoff noon on the CW yet again. I worked for those guys last week. Great crew. And the game is back on the CW at noon today at BC for Fran Brown and the Orange. CH Insurance, thank you so much for your support of the ML Sports Platter. They're in your corner. John, have a great weekend, my man.
Thanks, Mike. Good seeing you, my friend.